And I think they would, in my eyes at least, they would be a lot more credible if they recognized that nuclear waste is a viable problem, especially because it takes 10,000 years to break down. And do we really want that in our soil? Because even if it is a small amount now, considering that there are more than one nuclear reactor in the world, and all of them are producing the so-called small amount, it adds up. And we shouldn't be doing that because it adds up over thousands of years. The second thing that kind of really bugged me was that they say nuclear energy is clean because, unlike coal, it doesn't emit CO2. Okay, well, there's two things that they miss, which is obviously, even if it doesn't emit CO2, it's made up for by the fact that it produces nuclear waste. And on top of that, uranium, which is obviously a key component of a nuclear reactor, isn't renewable. So obviously after the 45, 50 years that a nuclear reactor can be used for, and after it's decommissioned, which also takes money, we can't use it again. So they also said that the current technology limits our use of certain forms of power. And the fact that they're willing to invest in a non-renewable source instead of investing money into developing these so-called current technology that limits us really kind of attests to the fact that we need to be spending this money a little bit more wisely. Instead of spending it on nuclear power, we may want to spend it on this research, or instead of, I think it was said before, locking in this money, save it for when this technology becomes available. And even moving away from the reactor itself, a more efficient power grid or something like that, transport, storage, all of those things would probably be more viable than a nuclear reactor. And like I said, 45 years isn't exactly a long time. I mean, some of the arguments that I've heard in favor of nuclear power is that